Can I ask a question?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Syndicate. My name is Dan Diz from Gamepleh. I've also got another Gamepleh member with me.
What's going on, everybody? This is Icon holding shit down. Hope you guys enjoy the show tonight.
Jaw Gaming is up in the house as well.
What's up, guys? Jaw Gaming or Chef William, either way that you want to know me.
Hey, what's up, guys? Lust here, also with Jaw Gaming. I hope you guys enjoy the show tonight. Love you!
Hey guys, this is Victor with Jaw Gaming as well, General Vic 88 as y'all know me.
Yeah, so that's the name of the game, and this is the crew. We're coming together tonight to try out a new sort of free-form podcast, and we're just going to talk about relevant stuff in gaming, news, releases, what's coming up, reviews, anything that might generate any sort of buzz for you or interest. So if you guys have anything you guys want to say, let us know in the chat. We will be monitoring that pretty regularly. So yeah, let's get things started here, guys.
All right.
Yeah. So let's. I'd like to start off by welcoming anybody who's in the chat right now. Anybody who's joining us. This is the first time we are doing this, so it's sort of new to us. It's new to you guys. We hope it works out good. I hope you guys all enjoy it. So.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So basically, how we're going to start this is we'll start from I guess the Jaw Gaming guys. Ryan, if you want to start first again in the same order. What have you guys been playing lately?
A lot of GTA 5, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
I haven't really got around to playing that yet.
I would like to. Is that supposed to come over PC or no?
It's honestly it's hard to tell. They keep on saying that it is, but we haven't actually seen a lot of progress towards it.
Yeah, I say they're probably not too focused on it right now. If they want to make some money down the road, they'll definitely do it.
Yeah,
because I would buy it.
I think they're mainly trying to work out all the kinks with the 360 before they move it over to the next console. But honestly, I think whether they fix them or not, it's gonna be they're gonna have a lot of problems still over on the PC version, just because it's easier to mod and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're still running into problems with money glitches and trying to figure out how to keep people playing honestly. And I doubt they take it anywhere else until they fix that problem.
Did you guys hear the rumor about them? I heard they were going to make a Xbox One version. Did you guys hear that rumor too?
I haven't heard that.
No,
I mean,
I haven't heard anything about that.
I doubt it's true, but I did hear a little bit about that. I don't know why they would do it, but as many sales as they had, if they could resell that game to Xbox One, they'd that'd be a lot of money.
I can't take you seriously, Lust.
Wait till I turn the light on. It's not
Oh Lord.
That's awesome. Man.
But yeah, the GTA, I'm pretty sure they're not going to really move it much further. I mean, considering we were supposed to have all these DLCs and all this awesome stuff that was supposed to come out like a month after the online came out, but I mean, nothing's happening.
Yeah, I
They
heard
sold
about that actually.
boatloads of copies, didn't they?
Do what?
They sold boatloads of copies. Did they really? Even
Yeah,
need
I
to
mean,
port it?
they broke records before it even actually came out. But then they actually broke records on the returns of the game too. So
it goes hand in hand with each other.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Interesting.
It'll be.
Wasn't it like $370-some million to make the game, and they like quadrupled that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they came back with over $1 billion in sales.
That's
and
an insane number.
It actually outsold the entire global music industry.
That's ridiculous.
Victor, I love the random.
And, I have an iPad next to me. It actually cost $265 million to develop and market.
Gee.
So that's a pretty good return on your investment, I think.
Not bad, right?
Was that both? Are you sure? Because I thought it was like a couple million in just marketing. Like I thought it was like 300 million in just marketing the dang thing or something because of all the ads on TV.
265 million is what it took to do it all. And you can compare that with Iron Man 3, which brought in 372 million in a weekend.
Great movie, by the way. I love all the Iron Man movies.
Wasn't that's the one where he had all those suits fighting for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
And
so is that pretty much it? What about you, Icon? What do you got on the pipe? What have you been up to?
Not a whole lot, really. I'm dying for Titanfall to come out. That's hands down my highlight.
Save your enthusiasm, curb your enthusiasm for a bit.
Have you played it yet,
a whole other beast we're going to discuss later on.
I got me and Dan a beta key for that. Very quickly.
You guys were playing on
PC. We were playing on PC.
PC, yeah.
So I'm the only one that hasn't played it.
You know I had to bust it out because it was hands down I think one of the best shooters I've played in years, if not ever. It's got everything you want. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay is amazing. The guns, the leveling system. Get this many kills with this weapon and unlock this.
What are you playing?
There was so much with it. And when is that coming out? March 11th, eh?
Yeah. What are you playing right now?
What am I playing right this second?
Well, like, as of today, yesterday, sort of thing.
Mostly League. Getting back into Hearthstone, but League has been really buggy lately, so I don't really want to indulge into ranked much because the ranked servers are just gone to hell lately. I don't know what's been going on.
I've had it
DDoSed.
I've had it in for Hearthstone for the last couple of days. I've been playing that game like crazy. I actually got to, what was it? I haven't gone beyond 4 wins in the arena, which is kind of noobed. But
yeah.
I did 7 today, and I almost won my last one. But
see, I like it because it's where I got kids and stuff, and I can't sit down and play for too long. It's good, so I can just come down, play a quick round. Leave. Even if I have to leave, all of a sudden, I can leave the game there and finish a move as I'm walking back and forth or whatever, right? It's nice.
Have any of you guys tried Hearthstone?
No, I haven't.
I have not.
It's wicked. I like it.
Vic, you have it?
No, I have not.
Okay, did anyone else say they did, sorry?
No, I haven't.
No. Oh man, it's a great game. I think it's open now, if I'm not mistaken.
It is open beta.
Sure. Yeah, it's open. So if you guys want to go sign up for that, or if anybody in the chat is interested in Hearthstone, I'm pretty sure you can get in now. All you need is a BattleNet account. So go check that out and get into Hearthstone because that is a badass card battle game, and like sort of generally, even if you're not into card battle games, I think it'll be pretty intense for a lot of people. It's very intuitive the way they sort of made it. So
something I was reading here in this magazine, man, faster solid state drives than SATA cable drives. They have actual PCI Express solid state drives. They're faster because your speed gets bottlenecked, which isn't like seriously noticeable between the two, but this OCZ, what is it, Revo drive, and it's just a big, huge, just board, whatever, PCB, with, it's got 3 240 gig SSDs on it, and it can run as fast as your video card or your sound card would, or pump information as fast as your video card or your sound card would. Thing is crazy, man.
That's badass.
Man.
Anybody considering upgrading anytime soon?
If you want to spend $700 on one hard drive, you go right ahead.
I'm waiting for the Xbox One for me personally.
Yeah.
I'm considering
that
getting
one hard drive is your Xbox One plus accessories.
Yeah. What's the size of that one for that much? 500?
3 times 240.
3 240s. Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but it's like while you're sitting there with a friggin' huge ass wicked hard drive, your buddies are sitting there playing Xbox One. We just sit here and look at my hard drive. I've been trying to keep up to date with the hardware. I'm a really big hardware guy.
Lust, what have you been playing, man?
A little bit of everything at the moment. Xbox One's a little bit It's kind of boring, I guess I want to say, for lack of a better word. I know
Listen,
you can't take me seriously. Stop laughing at me.
listen. Things are no better here on the PlayStation side, so don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, well, you guys are getting free games, so
That's
it
true.
does. I mean, at least if I
That's
had a
true.
free game, it would tide me over a little bit. I wouldn't rage so much. But went back and forth between 360 and mainly just Battlefield 4 on Xbox One, which is really fun. And the Titanfall beta, of course, was keeping me busy for a few days there.
Very good.
Other than that, there's not a whole lot of titles. I'm not into racing games too much. I mean, otherwise I could play Need for Speed or Forza, but I'm mainly waiting for Titanfall and then probably Elder Scrolls Online. So.
Yeah, I got a beta for Elder Scrolls actually.
Did anybody actually play that?
Yeah, I did. I played it a bit. It was pretty nice. I like the feel of it.
Anybody else?
I haven't played it yet, but looking forward to it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
for sure.
probably the #1 game I'm looking forward to on the One right now. I know Titanfall is like everybody else's, but Elder Scrolls is what I'm really excited about.
Oh, just wait till you try Titanfall. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I've always liked the Elder Scrolls games. I've liked the role-playing type game. It's kind of what I guess I like more than anything else. And so the idea of the first time we're going to have a game like this with this kind of, they've done so well with all the other Elder Scrolls, it's going to be an amazing game. It's going to be really in-depth. And with with next-gen capabilities, it's going to be even better.
I never even gave any of the other Elder Scrolls or Oblivion games a chance, mainly because they weren't online. As soon as I heard this one was online, I seen one of my buddies got a beta key. I was like, man, I gotta check that out because the game looks cool, like the graphics look cool, the style, the stuff you could do looked cool, but I didn't want to give it a chance because it wasn't online.
Okay,
Right.
I haven't gotten into it yet, but I did get something for Christmas. If you guys want to chat about Skyrim for a minute, I'll be right back. I have to show you guys this.
Okay.
So let them know.
Hey, Icon, Icon, I got a question for you. Are you gonna play Elder Scrolls on your PlayStation or on PC?
No,
Or are you
PC.
just a PC gamer?
All I've got a 360 and I've got a modded Wii, but mostly that is for my little guy because he likes a lot of the console games and stuff like Mario and stuff for the Wii, and he's really into Skylanders and stuff like that. Like behind that Mario blanket there's probably about 50 or 60 Skylander action figures. He's got so many of them, man. He's a big little gamer.
Skylanders, their Twitter was giving away a very limited edition rare, some kind of one of the bugs from the game or something.
Oh, it was
Yeah, it was like
red,
a
wasn't it?
all red.
Yeah, we
red
retweeted
bug.
that. Me and my girlfriend retweeted and stuff so we could try and
Yeah,
get
I wanted to win that, dude. That's just cool.
I didn't have the game, and I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool to have.
We
Oh
sent
man, they're wicked.
Icon is actually my brother, so his son is my nephew. We sent some stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
For Christmas. Those two, we bought them, and I was sitting there eyeing them up. I was like, man, those things are badass. I was like, I might have to go buy this Skylanders game like now.
Dude, the
So cool.
Swap Force game, like the ones before this, they were more child friendly. But I found ever since the Swap Force game came out, it's a lot more in depth. The mechanics are a little bit more, intricate, and the levels are long, man. And there's challenges. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. And like I said, you can crack one in half, take the top half, another one, the bottom half, the other one, chuck them together, and you got something completely new, right?
It's insane.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
pretty cool.
before I forget, Skyrim. This is the strategy guide for Skyrim.
Sick.
It is bigger than most local phone books. The thing
Bigger
has,
than my
I don't know, I got it for Christmas because I was just starting to get into it. It's got, let's see here, over 1,000 pages. Just
Wow.
like anything you could possibly think of, all the quests, spells, whatever. I haven't really had a chance to get into it yet, but yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I never really got into any of them. Not Oblivion, Skyrim. I played them all. Never really got into them too much, but
No.
this one I'm definitely gonna spend my money and get it. Kind of for the same reason it's actually online play, and I'm more into online play type games, so I can hang out with friends or just random people.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm looking forward to it. I probably won't get the special edition like almost everybody else.
That was like, that kept a lot of people away.
Yeah.
Well, they changed up a lot of stuff that has really, made a lot of the core group who were wanting to play the game mad. The races were originally supposed to be tied down to the alliances, and now when they released the special edition, they announced that you could be any race on any alliance, and that really made a lot of core Elder Scrolls fans really mad. And they had said all along that if you got the regular version, you'd have access to all the races, and then they included the Imperial as a special edition only race. And it's bothered a lot of people, the change that they made with that.
Yeah, I think it is. What is it? You buy the limited edition, you get the Imperial, and then if you buy the collector's edition under that, you get all races for any of the factions.
Yeah.
So it's kind of yeah. I was a little bit twisted about that too.
I think we talked about that last. What's that?
Is this subscription based?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is
it is.
subscription based.
Right
I think
now.
it's $15 a month.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 15 a month plus. For us,
That's
it
basically
stinks.
keeping up with other MMOs and stuff. More
Yeah.
or less.
Well, I
It
guess
just means that we're gonna have dedicated. There will be DLC and keep stuff going with that subscription. Thankfully, as opposed to just seeing if it works and then letting it die because nobody is still supporting it, or whatever.
that's true.
I remember.
But it's good.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Les.
I was going to say Bethesda on Twitter was talking about how they wanted to make it lower or whatever. They were trying to compensate because console gamers like us on Xbox One, we have to pay monthly for Xbox, and then we have to
Right.
pay monthly for Elder Scrolls.
Right.
And that was the big
Oh.
problem that gamers were having. So that's like $20-some a month if you're not paying the standard $50 or what is it, $5, $7 a month.
Curious how they
Yeah,
plan
that's
on
a
circumventing
significant chunk, because
Yeah.
like you said, where you have to pay from both sides, that kind of kills you.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah,
I
they
probably
were battling.
will be hesitant.
The old
I don't know.
double dip.
I think it'll be worth it in the end. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a $15 a month expense, but I think the game is going to be worth it itself. The gameplay, everything. I think it's going to be worth the 15 extra bucks.
I heard on PlayStation 4 that you don't need the Plus to play it. You can just play Elder Scrolls Online and just pay the 15 subscription fee. You don't need the extra Plus in order to play it. Unlike Xbox One, where you have to pay for gold membership and then you have to pay for subscription. So I actually might shell out for PS4 just so I can play Elder Scrolls.
That's one of those things that
I don't
they
know.
do. They did that. I
Yeah,
think there was games maybe last generation. Well, I guess PlayStation didn't charge last generation anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
But Lus, don't you already have an Xbox, and won't you already be paying for the Xbox membership?
Yeah.
An extra
If you have
expense.
to play Elder Scrolls, yeah, you gotta pay. You get double paid, even though I'm spending like all my time playing only Elder Scrolls because that's what I will be doing.
Yeah.
I still have to pay that monthly fee for gold.
Yeah.
So
You know what I think's happening here, Vic?
What's that?
I think he's just looking for an excuse to buy a PlayStation 4.
That's
you
it.
saw right through me, Dan. I give that to you.
Listen, just wait on it. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. It's not a good time over on our end right now. The grass is not greener. I repeat, the grass is not greener.
Honestly, that's what I was about to start talking about. It's like pretty much the Xbox One versus the PS4 right now. I mean,
Yeah.
What a
You know-
coincidence! I have an article up on my iPad about that.
of course you do.
There you go. I was just gonna say everyone who owns an Xbox thinks an Xbox is better, and everyone who owns a PS3 thinks a PS3 is better.
Have you heard?
That's not my case.
Have you heard
I'm-
Lutz?
I'm a little bit envious of the PlayStation 4 right now. I mean, they have Twitch, so they can live stream, and ours isn't working.
I don't
but
understand
we
that.
have-
A console made by Microsoft who designs Windows won't give you Java,
Yeah.
or is it Adobe rather? Sorry,
Is that what it is, Adobe?
I think it's Flash players in general, because the PlayStation Vita won't give you Twitch either, and you can't watch videos that are on Explorers. You have to get the app for YouTube, or you have to get the app for this or whatever, right? And on they have Twitch on, what was it, the 360, I believe.
Yeah.
They added it on here.
Yeah, I've used it on there. It's a pretty good app.
it's nice when I don't have to reach behind my computer, take my HDMI cable out, put it in my TV to watch, the LCS games, the League Championship games.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to watch the stuff on there.
It's true.
But I mean, I agree with Les that I almost do feel jealous of the PS4 because we were promised a lot and almost none of it came through.
Well,
And
really?
even with the new update, it still hasn't come through, and they're just like not really addressing it, really.
We have someone in the chat. T-Dubs says PC equals master race. What do you guys think about that?
I agree. Like that's
At the moment, yes.
But no, not necessarily. As far as convenient-wise, consoles are easier. You set it on your TV stand, you plug it into your TV, you turn it on. But where you're going with a computer, you can always get better. You can always have better. You're going to have a better processor. You're going to have a better video card. You're going to have a better sound card, whatever it is. But it's that quality over convenience kind of thing, right? Like I said, you set your console on your TV stand, you plug it in, you turn it on, you start playing.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like business 101. I mean, you pay for what you get for it. If you buy a huge setup of a PC, you're going to have the best gameplay possible.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of Xbox One owners are a little bit peeved right now because we paid more than what a PS4 costs, and we're not getting our money's worth at all. Like, we were promised all these things in their launch videos and their huge conventions, and we didn't get that. And it's just, you're a little bit, like I was telling Vic, it's almost like you're betting big money on a boxer, and he comes out swinging, and you're like, yeah, go, and then he gets knocked out in the first 5 seconds of the match.
Yep.
And then, and PlayStation, being the other boxer, just starts kicking him in the nuts out of grudge. That's what it feels like.
Well, how much is the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, if you remember back when the 360 first came out, I'm trying to remember what it was. I remember there's a lot of things that Microsoft promised was going to come out as far as the release. And then it took them several months to get a few of the things released. I'm trying to remember what it was. I just remember having the same issue with Microsoft of promising a lot of stuff and then it coming out a lot. Because I bought a 360. I used my high school graduation money to buy an Xbox 360 as opposed to my college books I was supposed to do. And so I bought it, and I had it for like 2 or 3 days and took it back, and I got a PlayStation 2 just to play instead until something better. And then they fixed the 360, and I got another one. I don't know. I just feel like Xbox has now a track record of putting out lofty expectations.
Yeah.
And then being pulled in. I mean, we're paying $100 more for the Xbox One over the PlayStation. They've got the same amount of hard drive. The Xbox isn't removable when the PlayStation can change theirs out. The Xbox can run 8 controllers compared to 4 controllers at once. But seriously, what average gamer is sitting around with 8 Xbox One controllers at $60 a pop and having this massive 8-person party on their 52-inch TV? I mean,
true story.
Give me the 4 controllers and let me be able to change my hard drives out.
Yeah, I hate having 2 people on one TV, so that's not going to work for me.
And they have, I just actually was looking at some of the different, tech specs that go along with the Xbox compared to the PlayStation. And I'm not like a tech guy. I mean, I just like to play video games. But even I know when a number is bigger than another. And, I just feel like PlayStation has kind of taken the edge as far as their console goes, compared to the Xbox. And Xbox has kind of just screwed around, and they haven't met up to the promises that they made. And they keep saying it'll happen, and in the next update it'll happen, but we haven't seen it yet, and I'm not sure if we actually will.
What cracks me up is their big update that just happened, I think, yesterday.
It was last week. Was it yesterday? I thought it was last week.
It might have been last week. I can't keep track of my days, but pretty much all they did is organize your games separate from your apps. That's pretty much the biggest thing they ever they did. But they're like, no, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great update. And just like, that's it.
Oh, something else about the Xbox One, the Titanfall beta cannot, or the Xbox One cannot handle running Titanfall at 1080p. Even in the final version, they said it's pretty much confirmed that it won't be able to run Titanfall in 1080p.
Really?
Yep, it was natively clocked at 792p.
Oh my gosh.
In the beta, and they said that even with, I think it was like a 50 megahertz GPU like bump, like they overclocked it 53 megahertz, and disabled the camera, the Kinect, to get a little bit of extra power, it still wasn't able to do 1080p.
That's
And they said
ridiculous.
where
Go
where
Xbox.
it might not be coming out for PS4, that could close the gap of where the PlayStation 4 could be ahead or the Xbox could be ahead. But they said a lot of people are going to be leaning more towards PC because of that 1080p. You know, you get a new gen console and a new gen game, it should be able to handle the game at 1080p. You know,
Yeah.
hands down.
Definitely.
Who's going to go out of their way to get a 720p TV? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Downscale me, please.
Well,
Titanfall.
Was if it's like if there's a lot of players like Battlefield 4, I can understand 720p. That's 64 players, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But if Titanfall is only 6 players, why are we not getting, more bang for graphics?
Yeah.
And they said it's all frame rate issues. They said when they were doing testing in Titanfall beta competitions on the Xbox One that a 10 or a 20 frames per second drop could be the total tide of a game. It could completely, that's one bit of lag where you get shot in your face and the game is over and the other team wins or whatever, right?
Yeah. I think another thing, let's just be honest, one thing that really pissed me off about the next-gen consoles is the no backwards compatibility.
Ooh.
I mean,
In
honestly,
the marketplace, too.
Yeah, and let's look at it like that. Do you remember when we went from Xbox to 360, and they talked about how it's going to be? I mean, I'm just going to be hating on Xbox a little bit, so let me just put this out there that they said we're going to have a backwards compatible console. Your Xbox 360 will play Xbox games, and then the 360's released. People go and buy it. Their games aren't working, and then Microsoft puts that deal. Oh, by the way, this is a list of games that will work on the
That
Xbox
work,
360.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was like 20 games, and it was games that no one. Half the games on that list, I remember looking at and going, I have never touched this, And then you expect next gen to be able to draw back from a 360 some of your favorite games or whatever. And I understand the value of going, okay, well, we just released Battlefield on 360 and it's going to be on one. I bet we could get them to buy it for the one too if it's not backward compatible. It makes more money. And
There you
that's
go.
what it's
That's what
about.
they did on the 360. Do you remember when the 360
That's
first
bougie.
launched? They had
Oh, yeah.
Battlefield. It was Battlefield 2. They had it on Xbox, and then they re-released it on 360 the same time frame that it came out. So I paid for both like an idiot. At least on this one, they gave you if you traded in your old copy, you could get like a discount.
Okay.
I see. I never. Oh, go ahead, Icon.
I was just going to say, I basically did this thing with Diablo 3. I bought it for PC. I wasn't super hyped about the game. It was good. Don't get me wrong. I put in time. I put in work. But it's like I knew a game. It was like, oh, I can sit on my couch. I can play with my son. I can play with my girlfriend without having to worry about, can her computer run it or, doing whatever. But the whole hacked in one day thing. I get home and there's friggin' people with 5,000 DPS one-hand weapons and shit and trillions and billions of gold because you can dupe as easy as just putting your jump drive in. And I was just like, really? Like, Blizzard clearly made a mistake by taking 12 years to make that game and not living up to expectations of gamers that are from Diablo 2. There's still people playing Diablo 2. And
Diablo 2 was amazing.
oh yeah, still
That was
to today.
one of my favorite. I don't play PC games. That was one of my favorite PC games.
Yeah, and Daniel can tell you about that. I think, my God, what did you guys put in?
Yeah,
like
we did.
32 hours straight on
We
that
did.
game one
We
night
did
or something?
we did one where it was like 48 hours straight. We did two. We basically lived off of potato chips and bologna sandwiches and
Oh, bologna
Kool-Aid.
sandwich.
Oh man, dude, this was a true Diablo marathon. It was pretty brutal. An endurance race for sure.
Well,
And it's so coincidental that at the time I remember you had moved out when you were playing Diablo, and we had talked one day or something like that, and I went digging through your old boxes and I found copies of Diablo 2, and you were like, "Oh, just playing Diablo 2." It's like, "Oh man, I found Diablo 2 in your boxes. I'm playing it now." So cracked up.
well, hey, on the stop talking about what we were doing about the gaming and stuff. And Lust, you mentioned earlier about how many more games PlayStation had out for it. And so I was curious as to how many it was. And like when they first released for the console exclusives, the Xbox had 6 and the PS4 only had 2. But the Xbox games were like Zoo Tycoon, Zumba World Party for all the hardcore gamers out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Dead Rising, they had Rise, and they had Forza. But those others. But then you go down and you look at the list of the games that PS4 had on day one. And it's like 15 games or so, and the Xbox had 4. And then the launch window, which is still ongoing, launch window's got 3 games. The launch window for Xbox is 3 games. For the PS4 is like 15. And Icon, you have a PS4, right?
No.
No?
I do.
That's game.
Okay, Andrew does. Okay. Or
Damn.
you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So day one, Minecraft was supposed to be on the PS4. Is it on there? Does anybody know?
I don't. I've heard that it's
It was
not
on
enough
the
people.
That's crazy. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on there right now. And so the Xbox still does not have Minecraft, correct? Lust, am I right on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
And so
They said I think it's June is
June?
within the launch window.
So you're looking at a game that was one of the biggest deals was, oh, check it out, Xbox 360 Minecraft edition, and don't worry, we're gonna roll it over to Xbox One, and then PlayStation 4 gets it before the One does.
PlayStation 4 has it right now.
The PlayStation 4 has it right now, according to IGN.
Are you sure? I don't know if it does.
I'm looking
Yeah, I'm
at-
not sure. PlayStation 3, yes.
I'm looking at IGN, and it's saying PS4 has Minecraft.
What?
Can I throw some cuss words out right now?
Just came out.
Not cool, bro.
Weird. I don't know. I haven't been, the last time I haven't checked since this week's update, but I thought Just Strider came out this week. Weird. I could be wrong, but I'll have to check into that.
Yeah, it came out for us on 360 and the One, I believe. Yeah, both.
I just think that I agree with Lust a lot on the fact that the PS4 just seems to have a better game lineup right now that's been released already. I mean, of course, we have all the same sports games. That's always going to happen. We have a lot of the same war games. But when it comes down to, games that would be, I guess to me, I would like DC Universe Online. I would love that, but it's only on PS4 or PC, and so, I don't know. I just, I'm really mad at Xbox right now. I'm really mad at Microsoft.
Yeah, it's a bad time for being an Xbox fanboy or whatever, just loyal to Microsoft, I guess, because, I don't know, they're going through a rough transition. What was it, the CEO, whoever, he got laid off after that bad press event, and now they have a new guy, so they're going through some tough times. And just like the 360, I mean, the 360 had probably like 12 or more updates before it is what it finally is, like last year, very smooth, easy to use. And so Xbox One is going to go through the same trial and error, unfortunately. A lot of it just shouldn't have been in there. Like, for instance, the chat, when you're using chat on Xbox One, you have to actually turn chat on. You can accept a friend's invite to go into chat, but then once you're in there, you have to turn the chat on instead of automatically just being a part of it. I've lost friends due to that reason. They were like, bro, chat doesn't work. I can't hear you. I'm like, you got to turn the button on, bro. So in March, Xbox is releasing their new update, which is actually going on right now for a few select people. But they have an update coming in March for the rest of us. It'll fix the chat. It'll make it automatically joinable. And there's a couple other things they're fixing in there as well. Just simple things that should have never been wrong with the system. So
That being said, we've got Steam sort of working on a whole bunch of new stuff now.
Oh, dude, I was
Steam
actually going to
is-
say something about that.
Steam is working on so much stuff right now. They've got a new console. They've got this controller coming out, or not really
Yeah,
console,
man,
but they've got a
the-
console system. But
The trackpad controller, I was just reading
yeah,
about
like
that.
they're bridging this gap between the PCs and the consoles,
And putting it together.
and not to mention the fact that they're putting up pricing for games that just none of these companies can beat. They're destroying everybody else. And look at any of Steam's annual sales and how many games I buy games I don't even fucking play.
Well, I mean, the
buy
humble
games I don't
bundles.
play.
Humble bundles are a good example. Like, you don't see a lot of consoles doing collaborations with other businesses because these consoles want all the money to themselves. They're not like, okay, well, you can sell these games and we'll put them on our console, but you have to give us this much because we're selling the games for you. It's like, no. We'll sell our own games and we'll keep all of our own money.
Yeah, that's
But like for PC, it's like Humble Bundles is a good example. You know, buy 6-7 games for $6. You know, even if you don't play them, you still got them.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm still buying games on the Steam sales. You know, cheap,
There's that other thing too.
less than $5. Less
one
than
thing.
$5.
I'm not a big PC gamer, but I use Steam. Sadly enough, like on my crappy laptop that I can't play anything else on, I do play some Steam games, and they do great. Like they have done great so far, and bringing out this little console or whatever they're bringing out is actually going to be really good for them. But their marketing, the way they do it, they make so much money. They send digital content to you for a small price, and that allows them to give out free games each month and do all sorts of goodies. And Xbox is actually trying to do that too. They were trying to this year make Xbox One like digital download like only. They wanted to move towards that. And honestly, it would be good for
Ready
us.
for
It
that
just
yet?
sucks. What's that?
I said, are we ready for that yet?
I don't think so.
No, I don't either. I like my hard copies. I have a huge game collection, and I'm proud to have it. I have tons of games on a shelf, and I enjoy seeing them there. But digital content does bring like a perk because I mean they don't have to pay for production or shipping or any of that crap.
Yeah.
So that goes back to the consumer, and you get like free goodies. But it is Microsoft, so they might not do the good thing like Steam does.
And you know, like right now on my 360, I got rid of most of my games, so I've like digitally bought them. Like, I mean, the Halo 4, Minecraft, like it's like pretty much all that stuff. And it's nice because it's almost like the PC in the sense of I don't have to put a disc in, and I like that. Like, it's nice to say, oh, I want to play this, and just click on it and it starts. So that's pretty nice, but I kind of agree with Les. There's something about having the hard copy that you can pull it out and actually put it in. You know, it might just be the old school versions of us. Yeah, shut up, Vic. I can see
There's a mom joke.
Well, what happens with, when you get into doing digital copies, and that's what they eventually turn to, what's going to happen to the legendary editions and the collector's editions and the 12-inch trophies and 12-inch statues and the 1,000-page. What's the Titanfall one, like 6 foot tall?
Yeah, no, like $250.
It's 18 inches tall and it's bordering 20 inches because it has a guy on top. I actually am getting the Epic edition because it's very cool.
That's awesome.
I mean, what's going to happen when, they do switch to digital, which is what's going to end up happening. But is it going to come to you think it'll go to a deal where eventually, you go online and when you order your game, you'll order a limited edition and then they'll just ship you an extra box that has, a statue and an extra book in it?
No, you'll get a trophy for your PlayStation Home.
They're really keeping it digitalized then. Holy shit.
It translates over into Minecraft, and you get to have an extra little item.
Makes us feel special.
I can relate, though, about having, like, materialized stuff, Like, if you, just as an example, if you invite a friend over and, you open up a cupboard and you got fucking Xbox games, Sega games, Super Nintendo games, and they're like, whoa, you know what I mean? And then you open up your Steam and, you got 30 games on there, and they're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah, all you're seeing is names. You're not seeing the
Yeah,
content.
exactly.
It's like, when you get, I'm not sure if I have any of my stuff out, I don't think I do, but like when you order that special edition and you get like that, big ads, like I have right here around the corner, I have my Splinter Cell Blacklist. I have
Yeah.
the special
box, like,
collector's
freaking
edition.
huge.
And so, the box is, massive.
Doesn't that have a
And-
remote control plane in it or something?
Yeah, it had a
And it broke the
drone.
day he tried to put it together.
Okay. So, anyways, but you get that big box, and you open it, and when you're opening it, you're getting to pull all that really cool stuff out. You don't get that with a digital download.
No.
Even if it is a crappy plane that the first time you make it fly, it crashes and breaks into 1,000 pieces. Good job on that, by the way. But I mean, it's like, okay, so Ryan and I don't know if anybody else does, we subscribe to a thing called Loot Crate, and so every month we get a box full of goodies. And you have to open it. It's just a bunch of surprise stuff.
Yeah,
and that's
I've heard of it.
It's it's a really cool service, but it's just like when you buy a special edition. Yeah, there you go. There's the crate right there. But when you buy that special edition game, and you get a massive box when you pick it up at GameStop or Hastings or wherever you buy your games at, then you get that big trophy, or you get that extra book that only a certain amount of people got. It's like going to a Comic-Con and ordering a limited edition item that they only make a certain number of.
Oh, nice.
And so it's just, I don't know. That's just something you'll never replace with a digital copy, I don't think.
Can you hold that up one more time, Vic?
Oh, you mean this thing I conveniently had placed right next to my laptop?
Okay, quick question. We're going to sort of transition here. Into something. Ninja Turtles, something relevant, Ninja Turtles.
It's kind
Watched all three of the movies the other day. And let's get into. I know it's not completely relevant, but let's get into a small chat about it. We'll transition off of it in a minute. What do you guys think? All the movies, best. He's got the Timo hat. Here he goes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The material, I could have spent the $10 that I spent on this to buy, a skin for Timo. But I was dying for a Timo hat. I was like, I gotta have one, man.
So yeah, basically, yeah. Sorry, what was I saying? Totally.
You were giving us a question.
The Timo hat. It totally threw me off there. Right. The
You're talking
Ninja
about
Turtles.
movies.
The Ninja Turtles. Right. The Timo hat totally took me off track. The Ninja Turtles movies. I watched all three of them the other day. Very quickly. Your favorite Ninja Turtles movie and why?
Man, I think mine was the first movie, the very original.
Yep.
Because you got this. I mean, it was the first introduction to what a cheesy action flick with like animals that could fight and do karate, and you got it was just to me, it's a really raw, the way they shot it, and the best part of the whole movie is when, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to spoil it. Spoiler alert for a 90s, 80s movie.
Yeah, whoever.
Don't.
But when Raphael gets hurt really bad, and they've got him sitting in the bathtub, and Donatello is sitting around, and they're all drawing the picture of him, and Leo's really upset by it, and you see like their bond actually growing, and they find out that Splinter's being hurt.
Very dark.
It's like always with all the Ninja Turtle games and comics, even in books, it's always like this really light, like, oh, cowabunga, we're gonna get pizza, But then you get into this movie, and at first it starts out, funny, Michelangelo's making a phone call for pizza while everybody else is meditating, and he stiffs the pizza guy, and they have all that fun stuff, but then boom, it goes instantly into like this dark area where we see, Casey Jones appearing as a vigilante, and he's beating up some people, and Raphael stops him, and then the Foot show up, and I think it just was a really dark side of the Turtles that nobody had seen before.
Yeah,
And,
something that didn't really come through on ink.
Yeah, and that was my favorite. I mean, you can't discount Vanilla Ice in the second one. You can't discount that, but I mean, it's just the first one is, and I actually just recently bought the first one. It was on sale at Walmart for like $5.
Sweet.
And that is probably was one of my favorite. That was my favorite one. I'll turn it over to whoever else.
Well, I think Lus is about to fall asleep. Maybe he needs to say something.
Russ, how you doing over there, buddy? How's that
I
going
mean,
for
I
you?
pretty much
No,
agree with Victor, so.
I'm not falling asleep, but sorry to cut you off, but it's been like a half hour, and I wanted to give out some of these goodies to people that I promised on
What
Twitter.
do you got there?
So
There you go.
I got some point cards for some Xbox gamers, and
Oh,
I
snap.
also got a PC code, and I got a toy that I'll actually mail to you too, because I love giving out goodies. So
Hey,
All right, that's awesome.
whoever's in the chat, thanks for coming. And if we could, I'm not very tech savvy. I'm not good with this computer. I'm using like a piece of right now. But if you guys could do like a random draw, I would be happy to DM the code to one of these.
I've got a tool on here that we can use, actually.
You can do that too. But on the Ninja Turtles, I definitely have to say number 2. Toka and Razar, definitely awesome, showing what kind of potential you could do when the ooze gets into the wrong hands. I love that. And the ending fight, like you said.
What's your mom's feeling about ooze getting in the wrong hands?
You got
the
2 people
mom
you got to deal
jokes
with
have
now.
been broken.
You know, he's been dying. He's been dying to do one, but it's always been Victor talking, so.
Oh, that's all right. Just don't let me and Dan get a buzz on. Start freestyling about you. It can get dirty.
All right,
What's
vulgar.
your mom's
let's
feeling
see
about ooze
here.
getting in the wrong hands?
Let's see here.
Send him a message.
The draw thing. I've got to get the draw thing. There's it. The gift thingy, majiggy.
I think there's only like one person watching this stream.
There's more than that, isn't there?
You instantly win,
This
then.
is
That's how it works.
Carlos, T-Dubs.
Okay.
You see, we'll wait. We'll let them know that we're doing a giveaway, and then we'll probably give away on Twitter. If someone wants to
Yep.
tweet that.
Let them know we're gonna do it, and we can finish the Ninja Turtles and then switch over to it. Give people time to hop in for a.
Oh my God, I gotta show you guys this case. Like, this is retarded.
Back to the computer porn.
If
yeah.
if anybody needs to take a break while we're sort of generating some buzz for the giveaway, we'll just take a quick break. You can sort of minimize your camera, but still keep your stuff on there or whatever up top.
See,
So-
listen, these are like Bitcoin computers, though. These aren't even really for gaming. Like,
Bitcoin computers.
Slots for 12 hard drives. 3, 6,
sexy.
9. And then, like, 3 more down here. 3 fans along the bottom. A whole encasement for cooling at the bottom. Shit's ridiculous, man. Bitcoin. So many people tried to get me into that. I wouldn't give it, the time of day.
Does anybody know anything about a South Park game coming out? Someone was asking about it in the chat. What's going on with that?
What was
Oh
it?
man, that's been like development a minute. I forget. I think it's coming out soon, actually.
I actually haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, it's I lost track of it because it just took so long in development. I stopped looking for it, but I think it's both consoles, new generation, and it's supposed to be a big hit. I don't know. That's what I read about it anyway.
You talking about the South
That's
Park?
big.
Yeah, the South Park.
Oh, South Park. It's gonna be released. I'm just kidding. I don't have it pulled up.
South Park. I actually is one show I do not like.
So, hey Dan.
Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, these are things that I have to give away
There you go.
just because that's what I love doing.
There you go,
I got
guys.
3-point cards for Xbox. I got a little toy that I'm gonna mail to somebody, and
Yes,
I
sir.
got a
What is that?
PC
Call of Duty
code.
Ghosts?
No, it's like a Lego.
That's wicked, man. Those are
Badass.
sick.
So I got that, and also a PC code for Battlefield 3 for PC gamers, and I'll give that away in increments, and just to show some love to you guys that come and watch.
Cool.
And whenever you want to do those, like every 30 minutes or whatever, man, just let me know, and I'll give them out.
Cool. If anybody wants to put a tweet up, I'm going to throw one up now, so if you guys want to retweet that, that is awesome. Let's see here. Alright. And I'm going to do right now. Give me a sec there, guys. Anything you guys want to chat about while we're taking a quick break? Or anybody wants to sort of talk about anything they've been doing? Any updates to any of the games, big deals, League of Legends? I know Icon was saying he's doing some League of Legends. Anything popping
Quite a
off
bit,
on
actually.
anything else popping off on GTA as well or anything like that?
I know
Well,
League is going in a weird ass direction. They're forcing these metas, like basically, if you don't pick this kind of comp, you're gonna lose. If you don't pick this champ, you're probably gonna lose. I don't like it, and they do it every season. Like if you watch end season, like LCS championships and stuff, it's like you're only gonna see these certain teams. That's all they're gonna be picking. They're either gonna be picking this, they're either gonna be banning this, or the other team's gonna get this. And you don't see people throwing out these random stuffs because obviously they want to win, but you never see someone throwing something out where it's like, oh my god, that's crazy. I can't believe we just picked that. I can't wait to see how a pro plays that. You know what I mean? It's just they follow too much of a straight guideline and stuff. Drives me crazy.
That's the one game. Like I said earlier, I'm not a PC gamer. I have a Mac for one thing, so a lot of really cool PC games I can't get my hands on, like Knights of the Old Republic. But I've got League of Legends on here, and I tried playing it for, I don't even know, about a month, and I just could not get into it. And I think that's been my biggest problem with PC games. And I don't know what it was about League of Legends. I don't remember. I just remembered that the first few times I played, the people that I played with would be like, all right, you go to the top. And so like I'd go up to the top, and then they would leave the bottom area wide open.
Yeah.
And, and I'd be like, hey, I don't play PC games, but when we play Call of Duty on the Xbox, if I'm covering this side and they're covering that side, then somebody else has to cover that side or we get overrun.
It's like common sense, guys. Come on.
But I don't know. That's just, I've never been able to get into the PC gaming for that kind of reason.
I don't know why I got so big into League. It wasn't my style of game whatsoever, but one of Dan Diz's close friends showed it to me. Showed it to us, actually. We were having a LAN party one day, and I was blown away. I was like, man, this is so much fun. This is so much fun, and I kind of ran with it. But at the time, I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft, and I got really, really hooked on World of Warcraft. I was playing that game for, 5 years. I even got a world first on that game. And it was just such a dramatic change from going from that, I guess you could say, addictive feel of, oh my god, I want to get the best gear. I need to go raid this so I can get this piece of gear. I need this piece of gear. It's all about loot. The whole thing is about loot. And going to something where it's not about loot. It's just about playing the same map over and over and over and over again and learning mechanics or new ways to do things. But I don't know. I stuck with it for a long time. I'm slowly getting better, but I don't know. As far as rank goes, I feel like I'm at a standstill. I go up, I go down. I go up, I go down. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of annoying now.
Yeah, I got into League of Legends. I play it every once in a while, but I did realize that they are moving in that direction of really, if you don't have this character, you're not gonna win.
Yeah.
And just to me, it's not even motivating to even try to play anymore, because I'm just like, unless they're gonna actually make it fair, where it's actually about just your mechanics and like how you move and what decision you make, instead of how good is this character. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like the smart gun on Titanfall. I mean, if you have that, it's just so overpowered where you're just like, what's the point?
So right.
I mean,
trust me, I abused that quite a bit.
I did too.
For like, as soon as I spawn, I'm just like wall running up a building. I'm running through the back of their base. I'm going in their base and I'm flanking them cloaked. And
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
I'm actually
going to
throw up some of that.
I'm
going to throw up some of that footage right now. I'm going to throw up some of that footage right now from the Twitter that you guys sent me. You guys had some footage.
Awesome.
So I'm going to throw that up there. Just give me a sec here, and I'll get that right up on the screen here.
I gotta take the Timo hat off, man. It's way too hot.
Died.
Plus, like I said, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I think I've got a slight fever.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
Here we
it's
go,
not very
guys.
fun.
We've got a little gameplay video here from Jaw Gaming.
Speaking of League, I'm gonna goof around on some ARAMs while we're doing this.
I wouldn't get too involved in one of those.
No, God, no, dude. No, I'm just gonna. Like I said, I'm just gonna goof
There
around.
we go. Yeah, honestly, most of this footage is just like me calling Titans to crush on top of other Titans.
What does that work? What is that?
Yeah, if you call in a Titan and the enemy Titan is right underneath it, it'll totally crush them. And
That's so sick, dude.
That's
yeah,
interesting.
I did
didn't
it.
know that.
I think there's 3 times on here, and
I'm
one of
gonna
them,
increase the size
I
of
think
this
it's
a
the
bit
next clip. I'm on top of the enemy Titan shooting him while I call it in, and I jump off, and as soon as I jump off, you can see it landing right on him.
Very clever. Very clever. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's hard to do, surprisingly. Just you have to time it just right.
I really liked your video. I mean, literally, I liked it. I liked it on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that.
But what I thought was funny, at first I got really confused because when you watch it through from beginning to end, it's almost like a loop because your first like 3 clips are at the very end too. It's like I watched the first 3 and I'm just be honest, I was taking a dump when this was going on. And so I'm watching Ryan's video and I see the first 3 and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then I'm watching as it goes. And then all of a sudden, it's those first 3 clips again, and I'm like, holy crap, did I hit a button on here? I'm like smacking my iPad. And
I didn't realize.
What happened.
I didn't realize it did that till it already uploaded. That for some reason, instead of my last clip, it just uploaded the same clip again. I was like, what? So I was like, I'll keep it on and try to fix it.
So hey, just a quick thing, just to say right quick. So I was in Houston earlier today and just found out that a bridge that I drove over on my way home just collapsed about 30 minutes ago.
What the shit?
One of the major bridges in Houston just collapsed.
Was it made in America?
Holy crap.
Never buy American, children.
Especially for I just thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So we're seeing
That's
some
the-
footage here. We're watching some footage from Jaw Gaming's YouTube channel here from Titanfall beta that went on last weekend. And this is this console footage here?
Yeah, this is Xbox One.
Okay, cool. So what's
Wait,
going on here is we haven't really seen a whole lot of any of it on console yet. We were playing it on PC when we were playing, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess-
where Les just smashed a Titan.
See here, I've got some. I've got some footage here from Lust as well, which I believe is from the Titanfall beta from Xbox One, which I'll put on in a second here.
Yeah, that was a fun
Check this
game.
out here.
I cannot deny how fun that game is.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You're now watching gameplay from Lust.
Share with you a little video. It is a lot of fun.
It's not a whole lot of gameplay. That YouTube video I actually did for loadouts, so you can see what basically we got in the beta, weapons and loadouts for the mechs and perks. So I went over all that in the YouTube just for anybody that didn't get to play it. The beginning and the end of it do have some pretty epic footage.
So Yuri Legend in the chat says the bridge collapses after you went over it. Suspicion. What are you up to, man? You're collapsing bridges and such. This is
I wouldn't put it past them.
It's like
I don't wanna
Contra, man. They're
say-
just bridges are falling down behind you.
I don't want to say that the waitress at the Cheesecake Factory in Houston should have given me her number, but it's like getting home.
I came back at a weird time.
Been a major contribution.
I think that's what Victor said when I was at his house last weekend.
All right,
That was a funny joke. Everybody laughed.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You know what I was finding? You know what I found a little bit weird about Titanfall beta was the fact, and it's not really anything to do with Titanfall beta or anything, but the fact that snipers aren't as safe as they're not as safe as they've ever been. Let's just put it that way. They're
That's not necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes it can get out of hand if they're too safe.
It can get it. There's this. You have to get this nice balance, and it's hard to get the balance. And I don't know if they got the balance just because of the fact that this whole parkour, running up walls things makes you super accessible as a sniper.
Yeah, I mean, that happened so many times where I was like on a building, or I thought it was pretty good hidden, and before I knew it, some random guy got up behind me and snaps my neck, and you're just like, there is no safe place. But
Exactly.
I like that because there are too many games like Battlefield and Call of Duty where you can find the perfect spot and sit there the entire game and nothing happens. So you have to be more cautious of what's behind you, what's around you. I actually really like that. For one, the sniper, it's more fast-paced even for the snipers, because I can't remember what level it is, but you're like in a city, and I would at the beginning I'd always snipe just because I could get a lot of kills and I could do a lot of running around, snipe some more. It's more accessible as a sniper, more fast-paced than any of the other ones. I mean, yes, there are like the quick scopers, and Call of Duty and stuff like that where it is fast-paced for them, but someone like me that doesn't quick scope, it made it more exciting for sure.
Hey, so tell me about this, because obviously, I missed out on the
We're not going to tell you anything, Vic, sorry.
I missed out, thank you, Ryan, on the Titanfall beta. But I watched another couple of people I follow on Twitter, Ashley and Split Sec Shooter. They were doing like a Twitch deal, and they were playing. And one thing they kept talking about was this smart pistol or something that I guess automatically headshot. Well, I heard a lot. I was hearing a lot of complaints from people about that gun.
It's very overpowered right now.
It's a little OP. Yeah, it's pretty OP.
It's like NoobTube, was when it first came out in the Call of Duty stuff, and everybody complained about noob tubing. Is what I've heard it compared to. Is just having, basically, you could put a 2-year-old down with a controller and have them squeeze the trigger, and bam, it's going to headshot people.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not that good, honestly. In my opinion, I thought it was well balanced because you have to be pretty close to somebody, like an actual player, to lock on and kill them. But if you are close, within like 10 or 12 feet, you can lock on within a few seconds and squeeze off the rounds needed to insta-kill them. And it's okay with bots, but honestly, I thought it was pretty well balanced. I mean, if you use it at a long range, it doesn't auto-lock, so you have to actually use your
I just noticed that Ryan killed people with it, and so I figured it was probably overpowerful and easy to use.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, all the noobs.
But I mean, there is some times where it has to triple lock and stuff like that. It has to lock 3 times for you to kill someone.
Here's the thing with that. I think there's some sort of hidden element that we haven't seen yet, and I think what that might possibly be is the ability to sort of get a perk or some sort of loadout that allows them or prevents them from sort of locking onto you so much. So, it takes, a couple extra seconds for them to do that. That's going to cost them essentially their lives.
Yeah, I see exactly what you mean.
And now I could be completely wrong, but there was a lot of limitations that were put in place for the beta. So only being able to go to 14, and only having the one Titan, and this sort of stuff, right? So there may be something that could counteract that, right? If that's pissing you off or something, if people are locking onto you, and it would probably be something that would carry over into your Titan, right? Having missiles lock onto you.
Did you guys play it very long? Because I unlocked some burn cards.
Me too.
Yes, there were burn cards.
You noticed in the burn cards, some of them give you like the assault rifle, which you already have, and some of them give you like an upgraded missile launcher that you already had. And then there's other ones that I believe we will get on actual release. Like there was a light machine gun, a super-powered sniper rifle, and there was even some mechs that I got as burn cards, and you could drop those in, and they helped out a lot. But it gave you like a little glimpse into what was coming for the real game. Like all those cards, I think you're going to be able to unlock those. And also,
like
if you the weapons, you've got like scopes and extra mags and grips.
Mm-hmm.
And same for the Titan. If you use like a Titan machine gun, got 100 player kills or bot kills, you were getting unlocks for the mech as well, and it made you super strong.
It was really nice. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at
I
burn
used the
cards and
grenade
stuff
launcher.
like. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was using the new pistol for quite a while, and there was a couple burn cards for that. And
what is a burn card? Can you explain that?
It's basically you get these cards, and you can set them in your loadout for the next match you're gonna play. So you could put a maximum, I believe, so far of 3, and you. Like, say you die and you spawn, you can use that burn card for that round to give you some sort of perk, such as, you know, a scope for this weapon, like he was saying, Les was saying, or the one I had was like 8% increased damage to locked on targets or something like that. It's just, it's cool little perks that you can use just for that round until you die, kind of thing, right?
Oh, okay.
Little
really
stat
nice.
increases. Yeah, they're kind of cool. It's really cool how
It's
they
like
did that, actually.
it's almost like a magic deck. You know how you collect cards in a magic deck? It's like that, but you collect these cards in Titanfall, and you get them if you extract successfully from a mission. Like say you lose in a game of Titanfall, at the end of it, the enemy team is hunting you down, and you have to make it to an escape vehicle and be transported out of the battlefield. If you make it to that transport vehicle, you'll get bonus experience, and you'll unlock a burn card. And you collect those. I had like 46 of them, I think it was, like tons of them. I never used them. I just wanted to see how many I could collect. And I had like a huge stack of them. And those you can use at the beginning of the map, like right off spawn. You can, when you're picking like your loadout or whatever it is, you can hit burn card then, or every time you die. And you can only have 3 active ones. So before you go into a battle, you don't just get to select anything you want whenever you want. You have to pick 3. Like I would have a powered sniper, a rocket launcher, and I had 80% cooldown time on my mech. And I would use those. Those are the ones that I thought I would need the most, and I kept them on me. And dude, it worked out great. It's really good at turning the tide of battle if you're getting your butt kicked by, you know, a dominating team. It's like, okay, I need a Titan now. I'm gonna burn this card, and bam, here comes my Titan. Let's kick some ass.
So let me ask you this. Tying into like that Titanfall with the burn cards, do y'all remember back before you had like abilities in games, like go back to like maybe Halo 2 or Halo 3, where you didn't have like armor abilities, or you go to before Call of Duty with some of that, you know what I mean? Like, do you think that's really changed how the game is played by people?
What are you doing over there, buddy?
Are you talking to me?
Your phone vibrating and
Yeah, it sounded hilarious.
It's not like you're breaking man.
But seriously, ignore my phone.
Does that affect the way?
Do you think it's changed the way people play the game?
The burn cards, you mean?
No, I mean like the burn cards, the armor abilities, if you die too many times in Call of Duty, you get a special, like death ability, stuff like that. Do you think it's changed the way people play?
It's not really. I think it's more of like, I think it's more the same thing. It's just a new take on an old thing.
I shouldn't say it changes it. It opens up more opportunities to be as versatile as you want. It just, you don't. It's not like you spawn, you get this gun, you shoot, you die. You spawn, you get this gun, you shoot, you die. You get to kind of pick and choose the way you want to play the game. Okay, I want to be a sniper, but I want to be a sniper that's fast or whatever, right?
Do you think it makes it easier for players who aren't like maybe as dedicated to playing and are more of a casual gamer as opposed to like a hardcore person who, if they don't log in their 2.5 hours a day of Call of Duty, then they're having a crap day? But do you think it makes it easier for those players?
In my personal opinion, it all depends on how these things are obtained, but it could benefit other people more that do spend more time on a game rather than casual gamers. Like, okay, I spend 6 hours a day on this game, and I'm getting all these bomb perks. And as soon as someone that has been at work all day and they're coming on to play for an hour are getting smashed because people got these perks or somebody's got this and that, right?
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily the case for all games. I mean, of course, it's more significant in others where, loot is a factor or anything, of the above.
Which brings me
But
to
as
one of
far
my
as
next
perks, I don't
points
know.
about those burn cards. Here's the company we're dealing with, and here's one of the problems. And I don't know if it's going to ring off as soon as I say it. Burn cards. EA.
Buying them. Here we go.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What
That's
way
going
is
to
EA
start.
gonna make
That's going to
that
start setting
money?
chimes off in everybody's heads. Oh, okay. Well, are we able to buy
As soon as you
premium
say
packs of burn
EA,
cards?
First thought is money.
Right? Is this going to become a problem? Are we going to be paying? Are we going to be paying $5 a pack for premium burn cards?
Well, I think I wasn't aware. I mean, EA has been very notorious about trying to find however they can to make money off of the gamers, like hardcore.
God, yes.
They're
Sounds
they
like
are the
Microsoft.
worst. They are the worst company, in my opinion, of doing that. And I haven't played Titanfall. I haven't touched a burn card. I was unaware of the whole, I guess, EA stuff, but EA, I guarantee that's probably what's going to end up happening. Lust or whoever's a heart like Lust will be able to get on there and buy, some kind of premium burn card pack that, I will never have. And
Let's
then,
spend money. Come on.
or,
Yeah,
you know what?
exactly.
I know. I just thought about that. I gotta find somebody better. Bill
Rewarding
Gates.
people more who pay for it than the people who actually sit there and put in the work to earn the stuff.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that.
I don't like.
But
I don't like doing a marathon of gaming. Like we sit down and we play GTA a lot. That's one of the big games we play. If this might be possible, and I've just completely missed out on it. But we worked up to be able to earn certain weapons. But if somebody was like, "Oh, day one of me getting to play this," and they go and purchase an RPG or a minigun, I feel kind of cheated because I worked to get that perk, and
Exactly.
you don't want somebody who just picks the game up casually to have the same stuff you've got. And while that makes sense, it makes sense for a company. It makes sense for business for EA to want to make more money, but for a gamer who plays and buys a lot of games, it's kind of a turnoff to buy something knowing that
It's all
somebody
marketing.
else is going to do that. Yeah.
Ultimately, it's all marketing.
So there you guys go. Let us know in the chat what do you guys think about EA and sort of their notorious background for charging people for extra content and Titanfall, burn cards, EA. What do you think this is going to equate to? Also, we'd like to welcome anybody who just joined us in the stream as well. Thanks for joining us. And
Just
yeah,
split it.
we're just talking Titanfall right now. So
I don't know.
honestly, in my opinion, those burn cards, I don't see them, even if you could buy like a stack of 20 epic gold, foiled burn cards, I don't think they're going to change the game too much because, I mean, as soon as you die again, you lose whatever burn card you just used. So
That's true.
it-
Unless they come up with
it's
permanent
not gonna.
ones and
I don't think
stuff.
it's going to be a pay. I don't think it's going to be a pay to win. If
Well,
you're going to pay
I
like $20
definitely-
for like 20 cards or something, and you're going to die,
Yeah, then you
But
deserve to die
you
and
could
lose it.
see them. You could see them making them permanent cards. If it's going to make them more money to sell permanent editions of these cards, you know what I mean? Like if you pay $2 or
That would be
$5 or whatever,
Yeah.
then you have permanent access to these elite cards that only people who purchase them or beat the game on hardened mode or have 15,000 kills, can get.
I don't think it'll end up being one of those things that sort of is pay to win, but I think it'll be one of those things where it'll be just enough that certain people will want to pay for just the extra little edge, especially if Titanfall sort of becomes this competitive game that people are not really sure it's going to become or not.
Well, that's the thing. If they're gonna make people pay for these kind of perks, there's got to be some kind of happy medium where there's not necessarily a downfall for it, of doing so, but having something balanced so that it's not too crazy. Like, okay, you're gonna spend money on it, but you're not going to be this crazy. So all the people that aren't spending money on it, you don't have to, you don't have to be disappointed or worry about getting smashed on, right?
Right.
One thing I think they might do is just like whenever you go out and buy like magic cards or something, where it's just like a random pack, and it just has like a handful of different kinds of cards, but they're a little step above of what everybody else is kind of getting. Like
Right.
not much, but there'll be, I think, a mix of like cards that I already have and stuff like that, but there will be those few that are just like,
Destroyer cards.
yeah.
All right, so we're sort of waving this carrot around on Twitter. Lust, why don't you show everybody in the chat exactly what we're trying to give away here?
Wait,
And,
make
we
sure
might
it's
do a giveaway
actually
at some
this
point here.
like gift cards and all that stuff, not anything.
Yeah. Okay, it's a little blurry, but
I can't show you the aids that I'm giving away.
you've got a Call of Duty. What is that? A Lego setup? A Call of Duty Lego
It's like
setup?
Mega Blocks, Call of Duty
Call of Duty Mega
Snowmobile.
Blocks. And you've also got, what are the cards there? You've got
We got some $10 point cards
$10
for
point
Xbox
cards.
360 and Xbox One.
Boom, there you go. You guys can score some badass stuff with that. And that's all being sponsored by Lust. If you go to our Twitter, you can also find Lust's name. We linked him in a tweet there recently. He's sponsoring this giveaway, so shout out to Lust on that. That's awesome. Thanks, man.
Woo woo.
And also
Definitely
another
appreciate
shout out to Lust over coming up with this idea for us to do this.
Ding, ding, ding. Shout outs to Lust for that as well. So we
Oh,
appreciate
stop, guys.
Oh, we're making those pale white cheeks rosy red.
Stop making me talk. Nobody wants to see my ugly mug.
So we might do
Need a clear coat around here.
we'll do a draw in probably about 10 minutes or so for one of those cards or something if you want. Cool. So back to Titanfall.
Hurry up. I want to give this away. Everybody smile.
There's no like sort of real for sure that this is actually going to happen as far as the whole pay to play thing. This is just sort of this is sort of speculation that I put forth based off of EA's history. Because, I mean, let's be honest.
It's actually a good point, and not pay to play, but pay to win. Hopefully they don't do it. I mean, they do it with Battlefield. If you notice, after like 6 months of release, they start giving you all the perks and the kits, all unlockable for like $3.99 or whatever it is. I never buy them because I'm epic.
Business. Well, as soon
anyway, but you get in there and you're fighting a level 2.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, Razik just followed. Razik just followed.
Follower.
Woo. Yeah, so it was one of those things. It was just like what happened was as soon as I first used a burn card, the business side of my brain went ka-ching.
Instantly.
As soon as I used one, the first one, I was like, oh, these are cool. And then I used it, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what that is. Right? So it just, I don't know. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. But if it does happen, you can say I said it here. It happened here on Game Syndicate. I said it first, damn it.
Somebody predicted EA wanted money. Oh, God.
Would you like a cookie, good sir?
What all? Does anybody know? What are
We got cookies on the dark side.
what are they projecting the sales for Titanfall?
Oh,
are they
Jesus.
still like 7 to 10 million units, right?
It's going to be the next Call of Duty, like, we'll put it to you that way, as far as competitive and regular gamers.
I agree.
It's pretty much, it's getting ridiculous, and I see it being the next Call of Duty with as much hype as it has and how fun it is. It pretty much fits. It's good for anybody. I mean, you can play it as a noob, and you're going to have tons of fun. You can play as competitive if they do go that route, and it's going to be fun. And it's entertaining, like, nonstop.
That's what I was going to bring up was the competitive side. A lot of people are saying that it's going to replace the Call of Duty tournaments and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to see what you guys thought about that.
Oh, got a
Yeah,
new follower, split sex shooter.
Woo!
New follower.
hey, so
Have
Thank you,
you
good
if
sir.
they're going to be
have you
sequels, yeah, I mean, I think if they sell a lot, the game does well, they make sequels, then I could see it, replacing, or not maybe replacing, but competing along the lines with Call of Duty. Uh, you know,
it is
Here's the
some of the
thing with
people that help
EA.
make Call of Duty.
Here's the thing with EA. If EA gets a new racing dog and the new racing dog performs better than the old racing dog, you might see the old racing dog get put down. And what I mean by that is,
Hell no.
and what I, and what I mean by that is, we'll see some of that, and Battlefield. They won't completely abolish, but they may take a chunk out of their own business. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's true.
With that, and COD has sort of been. I'm not a huge COD fan, so I don't really have a whole lot of room to talk. But
This one
Dying.
killed it for me.
it's been on the decline, from what I understand. It's been on the decline lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played Ghost, but I hear
I
Ryan
stopped
talk
playing
about it enough.
like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Split Sex Shooter says, I have pretty opinionated commentary about Titanfall going up tomorrow, and I'm expecting hate. Well, I mean, it's one of those things, it may not be for everyone, right? It's just one of those things. There's
Yeah.
aspects of it. I enjoyed it. Does everybody think it's going to be next year's game of the year? I think it's quite possible. I think it's quite possible because it's new.
And I also agree with what Splits just said. Is Ghost is awful. It is the worst Call of Duty that they have ever released.
Okay.
And like at first, I hated the Black Ops 2, but now I'm just like going back to play that. I was like, oh, I actually like that game now because of how awful that their new one is. Like I'm actually selling it. I'm just like I can't even play this for fun.
Definition. Razik says, Ghost is the definition of meh.
So we're saying, I guess right now, I didn't buy Ghost because I bought Battlefield to play with Lust and the guys, but I didn't buy Ghost, and my nephew bought it, who is a hardcore Call of Duty fan, and he gave up on it within a few weeks and hated it. And so I've been hearing a lot of hate, from Ryan, from my nephew, and from just other people on Call of Duty. And so I agree with what Les said. I think Call of Duty is kind of falling away. I think it's the people who have been Call of Duty gamers from day one, who have loved it and will continue to love it. But I don't think that the casual gamer who is looking to try a game that they're going to like a lot is going to get into this Call of Duty, and continue buying the games. I mean, you look, what is it, Captain Price, who's in every Call of Duty game in some way or shape or form. That one character who's an NPC is always in it. But, the casual gamer doesn't care about that. They don't care about the things that have happened since the first game came out. And when you have a game like Titanfall that's garnering a lot of attention, and is drawing in big crowds, and people are loving it, it'll be interesting just to see how it affects the Call of Duty franchise itself.
Real quick, Split Sec said, I think Titanfall could be amazing, but it needs some serious changes before launch. I'm just curious of what you think. Like, I mean, what are some of the changes? I mean, do y'all think of any certain changes that need to be done to it? The people that have played it, minus Victor.
If they don't already have some sort of perk that prevents that whole lock-on thing, I think that's something they should have.
Yeah.
I need to see the last face paint again.
That's important.
Did he leave or is he still here?
Who knows what Lust is doing?
But yeah, like
Touché.
that's my sort of take on it. As soon as Lust gets back, we're gonna do a giveaway here. Bang.
Right on.
As long as he's He's with it.
Hey, well,
Got
while we're
the,
waiting for Lust, I have a question for you two guys, for Dan and Andrew.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, so I'm noticing, Dan, you're wearing the Wario, Big Brother, evil Big Brother hat, and Andrew, you've got the Super Mario kind of throw-looking blanket poster in the background. Is that definitely like a sibling like rivalry kind of?
Well,
I don't know,
100% coincidental.
Yeah. I guess it's just a coincidence.
It's been bugging me ever since
That's a coincidence.
the stream started. Like I've been meaning to ask, but I didn't want to take away from anything else. But I just had to ask because it's really cool to me the way it. Oh, Luigi's on there. I didn't even see
The way it comes off,
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, Wario was the oldest, or whatever.
And I got the shirt too. Ain't that something?
Oh, check you out, man.
Man, I'm Mario'd out tonight.
All right, guys. So,
Right on the ball.
yeah,
And I mean, geez, I even got the hats too. If you want to go all that far, like, I mean,
yeah.
I could
Oh.
pull that.
Oh, there we go.
card out if you want.
This guy's the hat. He's got Timo, Luigi. He's got Mario in there.
Man.
I'm gonna say this. Very unpopular
I think the
opinion.
red,
for most people.
because you can see Mario in the back. So
Luigi was my favorite brother to play as.
Mario 2?
I was always Luigi because I was the younger brother, and Daniel
I
was
was-
just Mario.
First player 1. Yeah, bitch.
I was a younger guy too, but even after that, I liked playing as Luigi. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because I'm a tall guy and I like being tall. I don't know.
True enough.
Oh, Lust is back. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Ghost
gonna
is,
ready
in
to do a
chat.
giveaway here. We're gonna do a giveaway here. $10
Oh, yeah.
for those of you
Give
who
me
can't see
$10
it.
card
It's
away.
a $10 Xbox Live card. So get your mammy jammies on and get ready for this.
Ooh.
We'll
back
take
there,
the
guys.
moderators out, obviously.
Hold on, let me exit.
If you do win and you have Twitter, hit me up on there because my Twitch is acting funny. So
Yes,
I'll give you the code on
Philly
Twitter
Twitch.
you
DM.
do have to be following to win, obviously.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
Aw,
stipulation, small
then I won't win.
stipulation. Have to be following, but I don't think we have that
It's not,
problem here.
it's not a mandatory thing for me, but it will help.
It's all family here.
That's right.
Just trying to keep
Share
it
the
close.
love.
Exactly.
Some of us are the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, if you're gonna walk away
I
with
got
some,
love
if
from
you're
my
gonna walk
mom.
away with some of Lust's stuff, then
Whoa,
at least, yeah, exactly. At least,
Disclaimer.
exactly. At least leave your number on the dresser.
Stop laughing at me.
Yeah, don't make him cry. His makeup will smear.
So how are we doing this? How's
And
this
that'll
working?
be scary.
Look like the Joker.
Actually,
I was gonna say
that'd be
smearing
kind of
your
awesome.
mom, but I'll refrain.
Oh,
Oh,
that would actually be kind of awesome. The whole Joker look.
yeah.
All right, guys. Are we ready for a giveaway here? I'm
do
gonna ring one off here.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody that wants in, I'm assuming, is in. If you're watching the chat
Yeah,
right
on
now
Twitter if you win.
and you don't see your name in the draw chat right there, speak up right now. So I'll give that about 30 seconds to update on Twitch so they can hear that. Ha.
130.
If you've got anybody in there.
Let's see. Ghost has a question for everybody.
No one cares.
Thanks for the shout out, Split. I speared my makeup. Thanks a lot, guys.
Man, you sound like my wife.
Hold on a second.
What were you doing?
I believe I have a picture